Hopefully this works. No? Oh, here. No. All right, y'all. I got to figure out a charger. If you are hopping in, I'm getting ready to press up a couple of hoodies real quick that I'm doing for my aunt and my uncle. We could chat, we could talk it, we could live it up. Sonya Siegler, how are you doing this evening? Rocking that fresh to death gear from Big Brando. Shout out to Big Brando. I got an episode print to shop, from shop to shop, that's getting ready to drop, where I'll be discussing how I got all of this and how I was able to stop by Big Brando's shop in California. Print shop from shop to shop is basically a new series that I'm going to be doing where I'll travel well, pretty much anywhere to go visit people in different print shops, how they got started, and then purchase something from their business. So right now I'm currently looking for a way to charge this iPhone because I don't want to hook up my other phone. And I want to talk to you guys for a while. It's been a minute. So I'm just coming on casually. The other day I came on live and 400 people popped up at one time, which was like, I don't know. I don't know if I was just in the algorithm that day. It might have been at the time that I went on, which it was probably about 2:30 Eastern. So it was just a shocker for me. I never had 400 people hop on my live at one time. Also, I might be shooting little inserts and pieces for the video. That's why my camera is out. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me questions. You want to know something about UV? Ask me. You want to know something about what it is I got going on, maybe with trips? Ask me. How is the weather where you're at, and what are you working on? And greatly appreciate you, as always, hopping in. Right now, I'm going to go get the back to this hoodie that I'm doing. I'll show you the first one that I did. Old school Browns. You know we rep the Browns over here, but I did do a video over it. And this is an oversized shirt. Well, I should say this is a 4X, so it's huge. I might end up unhooking my doorbell thingy if it continues to ring because people are still in the parking lot. But you guys see it right there. Check that out. Yeah, go ahead and ask questions. I will definitely answer. To catch the full video, it will be out on YouTube pretty soon. Let's just talk. What y'all working on? What events are you attending? How was your Valentine's Day? All of that good stuff. And please tap that screen for notifications or for YouTube, so they know that we rocking with each other. Let y'all see a little bit what's going on. This one I'm pressing. Get ready to head over here though to go grab some more detailed prints that I have on the wall. Yeah. Our winter has been kind of mild lately too. We haven't had no real winter like normal. So if you haven't followed me on any other of my social media platforms, it's TikTok. I go on there live. I'm now starting to put videos from here to over there. So if you are in my TikTok fam, please head on over and browse my YouTube, vice versa. I'm trying to figure out which videos to actually put on TikTok. So this is the front of that hoodie that I just pressed right here. Yeah, it's all Browns gear. I don't want to hear anything. If y'all want to rock what I'm rocking, head on over to Big Brando on YouTube. Kanoa Creations also is the website. You can get this pretty dope hat. Los Angeles native, even though I'm not. Then the LA right there on the back with the Converse. I mean, he did it up. And Big Brando's been lacing knowledge, been dropping gems on us for years. But like I said, I'm here for you guys, so ask me questions. I feel weird. It's like I'm talking to myself almost. Sonya, how's your day going? I'm going to bring y'all over here just so y'all can see me pressing. But I can still see the questions. I'm actually going to pull you guys up over here so I can review the questions while I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's turn it down. With you doing DTF, do you miss HTV? No, I do not miss HTV. I'm going to tell you why I don't miss HTV. Because I still utilize HTV with the direct-to-film. I don't do as much with HTV, but you got to think. There's some times where the custom may call for extra little hearts to be placed somewhere, or for that actual custom to stand out a little bit more. So that's where I embellish or use extra HTV to bring out the best of the DTF custom. Not only HTV, you can use the press-on rhinestones. You can use press-on patches that they got. I mean, it's a lot of different ways. Recently, I did, well, not recently, within the last 8 months, I did a video over using Tulip one spray color shot. I'm telling you, you take a white basic gilded hoodie, you spray paint it, hit it different angles, just go crazy with it, then apply a direct to film transfer, then hit it with some HTV. You're looking at a $50, $60 sweatshirt as opposed to a $25 sweatshirt. What's going on, Precious Pieces? How are you doing? How is your weather? What are you gritting to? And we greatly appreciate you. Precious Pieces has been with me, Nicole, since day one. So if you haven't, y'all please follow her channel. Sonia's been with me since day one. If you haven't, please follow her channel. These are great people on the internet just like me, and they're going to provide information for you guys. But now I'm going to stamp the back of this actual sweatshirt. And as of recently, you guys been seeing me drop the little shorts. Is this your car? I love cars too, so I'm trying to figure out a way to incorporate it into this channel. And I think I may have found the perfect way, which is to ask, is that your car? And go look at certain cars. Now, cars aren't everything. It's just another hobby. But I've wore a lot of different hats. So I do love cars. You guys have any more questions? Please, 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 please ask me the questions. I'm here for you guys. I want to answer as many questions as possible, you know? Once again, shout out to Big Brando. This is super comfy. It's heavy. Not too heavy, but it's just right. It feels like a premium hoodie. Not something you would just have picked up. So on my DTFs, y'all, you can peel them right when it's hot, but this is what I like to do. I rub them down with something real quick. Then I peel. Quick, no hesitation. Hopefully you guys have seen that. Taking the same carrier sheet, putting it right back on top. We're going to press for additional 5 seconds. Let me see, is there any more questions? It's a couple of us on now. All right, 5 seconds. More is all I needed. All DTF is not created equal. I know you guys have heard this time and time again. Everybody's saying all DTF is not created equal. Some of it's not cured right. Some of the colors is not right. The color should be what you want it to be, especially when you place that order. This is the back right there. Here's the front. Now I'm about to hit the sleeve. I'm going to hit both sleeves. And hopefully the content that I'm putting out, you guys are actually feeling. So I will be taking, hey, if y'all got some comments, especially for the new podcast, because I am about to drop another podcast. I'm just not exactly sure how I'm going to do it. But it's going to be completely different than what I've been putting out. And there's different people that's actually trying to attack what I was doing before. So definitely got to come at a new angle. So I ain't too mad about it. It is what it is. I'm going to put this right here on the sleeve. Bam, bam. Barb, how are you doing? Barb is another day one. Y'all please head on over there, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow Don. Don, when I get my new podcast up and jumping, you're coming first. All right, Don? I'm definitely coming to grab you. Let's see, do I have anybody else? What are some things you guys want to see? I haven't been live for a good while. What are some things you guys want to talk about? Something you want to know. Let me know. I love doing that rub down method. See how I have the Cleveland facing towards the crowd? So when they look at it, they can actually read that it's Cleveland and it's not facing me. Well, it might be backwards on here. That's one of the biggest struggles with people. Not knowing which way to face that actual image on their right arm. I talk about the industry. I talk about printing a lot for all the newbies that's coming on and tapping in and chiming in. And I'm getting ready to do a full documentary over the stuff before, how this looked before it actually got to what it is, how it was bare bones, the flood that we had, just certain difficulties is all going to be in this document. Also, the print shop, from shop to shop, is sort of like a documentary too. It's definitely going to be off the hook. One down. Let's go to the next. No, I want to hit this arm. What are y'all working on? Hit this other arm. Normally, I'm in here blasting music like I ain't got no sense. And I'm like, let me talk to my YouTube family. It's been so long. Y'all know I used to do lives every day. And I'm trying to get back to it. Doing lives every day for you guys. This is going on the opposite arm right here. And it's just going to go across. Any trade shows? Are we doing anything exciting? New pieces of equipment? What's all going on? Oh, we need to scoot that down a little bit further. Finishing supper. Yeah, that's a great thing right there. I'm ready to eat myself. What we eating? Please tell me what we eating. I'm starving. You guys like when I show the printing videos, or do you like more of the tutorial style? I'm always asking because I'm always trying to make sure I got the best content for you guys out there. See, that's the one arm right there. Here's the front. Here is the other arm. So I'm giving them a full visual when actually they come and pick up their hoodie. I want it to look like something you would purchase from the store, not something that you would, you know what I'm saying, expect somebody to just press at the last second. Press. Precious piece, are you saying bathtub? Are you relaxing, ma'am? But yeah, so when you purchase a hoodie from me, it's gotta be fully customized on all sides. Plus, if you're going to sell this hoodie, now this hoodie, I don't know what you guys sell your stuff for, but let's just say this was just 40 with just this on the front. With all of these extra hits and embellishments, that could be $60, $50 hoodie, depending on how you do it. You know? If you are in the printing industry, what is your favorite method to do? Is it direct to film? Is it HTV? Is it screen printing? Is it embroidery? Please drop a answer below, and let's talk about it. Mine used to be heat transfer vinyl. Still is heat transfer vinyl. This is just a lot simpler when it comes to knocking out a bunch of customs for somebody. So I tend to run with this a lot. This direct to film, but prior to this year, you guys would have seen me doing a whole bunch of layering, which I'm going to get back to, just not right now, not while I got a lot going on. Most of my time is spent in here printing direct to film transfers for other people. So when I go to do customs like this, it's usually after hours, and I make content with it. Why not? Embroidery. Barb, yes, we know yours is embroidery. I love embroidery. I am very fascinated. I always drool at all the machines when I go see them. However, I just haven't purchased one to bring into the shop. And there's no particular reason. It's just that I haven't had time to learn it. You know, it's a lot. If you guys seen that monstrosity behind me, Not that one, that's the UV, but the direct-to-film printer, you got to be an on-the-fly tech and all of that extra stuff like I was telling you guys before. And if you ain't, whew, if you got to wait, it's no-go. Everything's all bad. But if you actually are there and you're hands-on with that machine and you're actually going around and you're seeing how it functions and you notice like little different, you can pinpoint that problem so long as your eyes is on the prize, which is that DTF printer over there. And just being a little bit mechanically inclined. So as I talk to you guys, I'm still going to press shirts, but ask questions. How come embroidery, Barb? Is it because it relaxes you? Is it something that a skill that you mastered? Or it's just your favorite period? And the question's still out there for you guys. If you are in the print industry, what is your favorite method? Is it HTV? Is it DTF? Is it embroidery? Is this, what is that? Not screen printing or finger painting. What is that? Airbrushing? What is your actual favorite? I love all walks of the print industry, personally. And I want to learn all methods of the print industry. I want to know how to sew. I want to know how to airbrush. I want to know how to do direct-to-film, HTV, rhinestone. I'm just fascinated with print altogether. So hopefully you guys appreciate this print shop season stuff because I'm going in and I'm actually talking with the owners. I'm going to get their backstory of how they got started and how it blossomed to become whatever it is that it is to this day. Big Brando's story was definitely inspiring, and the wisdom with Big Brando, y'all, if you don't know, he did some really, really smart things that I can really appreciate and learn from moving forward as far as like the print industry go with opening up a business or starting something brand new. It's definitely something I wish I would have utilized, especially with my children. Kainoa Creations, especially the story behind Kainoa Creations. You guys have to pay attention when you hear that story because man was eons. His thought process was something of upper echelons, I'm about to say. He just wasn't thinking typical. Supper. Just going back through the comments to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. VWMS. Are you doing any direct-to-film printing? If you are or aren't, tell us what is your favorite method. For anybody that's new here, I do lives a lot. I just haven't been live as much due to doing orders and everything else. But I'm starting to come back. I love when you guys ask questions. I'm here for you guys. I do everything that I do for y'all. Because without y'all, there would be no Mike T's. Starting to get summertime. I do have a couple of trips planned. I'll be in Pittsburgh tomorrow. I'm leaving for Pittsburgh tomorrow. And I will be back Monday. But I was just talking with a couple of people about the Graphic Expo. I know there's going to be some in June. One's going to be in California. I think another show is going to be out in... Las Vegas. So yeah, I'll definitely be there as well. Let me see. If I take this backlight off, can I plug you guys in? Let me get another charger head. I'm not going anywhere, but ask me questions. I am ready to answer questions. You want to know about UV? Ask me. You want to know about DTF? Ask me. You want to know about going on a trip? Ask me. I will answer every question to the best of my capabilities. Right now I'm looking for a head for this charger. So my iPhone don't die on y'all. We definitely don't want that to happen. Let me see. Let's see how dark y'all look with this light off real quick. It ain't too bad. We can still see each other. We definitely can still see each other. So I'm gonna plug this iPhone in. A lot of the times I haven't been going live with my other phone either because this one, the quality is just not the same as it is on here. I don't care what nobody say. Appreciate you, Nicole. Yes, y'all please hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button, that share button. No, this ain't particularly for me, but this is what was just invented yesterday, and this is UV. So if we want to know questions about UV, ask your boy. We can talk about it. When this charges a little bit, I'll even take you to the machine and we can talk about it over there. Hold on, what else we got UV? I got a bunch of UV stuff going on. Just like DTF, UVs is not created equal. So there's some telltale signs when the stuff just is not right. But you guys wouldn't know if you didn't ask the questions. That's why I'm encouraging you to ask questions. Well, I finished this out. Okay. Did the one side. Let's put that one on the back. You ever heard the saying? I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Came from Sugar Free. My uncle loves that saying, so it's another shirt I gotta create for him. Which it could have just been easily printed out on the DTF, but that's gonna be the one that I actually use some HTV for, cause it's just a one-off. All right, I see some more questions. Let's go. Richard, appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate you asking questions. So I have a sublimation in vinyl and white toner. I haven't used the white toner yet. Is that similar to DTF? In some instances, yes. I've used white toner prints, but I haven't actually had the process or the machine. So I can't tell you about the mirroring sheet. I don't know about nothing about that process, but I do know as far as the image coming out onto that sheet, they pretty much, they look alike. I can't say one's better than the other, if that makes sense. And the best thing about white toner is you guys don't have that actual process of the powder in the oven. So it's kind of like a cheat code. Then you guys can make the temporary stickers too. So every machine has a place in this market. Is it the same? Sort of, kind of. They're very similar, but they're very different. The best thing though being about a white toner, you don't have that process with cooking the actual powder onto the back of the film. I'm not too sure on white toner neither. Do you have to have that pre-treat onto the actual garment to press it, or is it just print, print, and then press? All right, precious pieces. I use DTF. I got from a local store. I made my grandson a cup for V-Day. Okay, that's cool. Definitely, definitely. So here's a couple of differences I can put you guys on that you may know or may not have known. The UV process with direct-to-film UV is very different than the direct-to-film process because of the light and the varnish for the UV DTF, and the simple fact that there's components that cannot get wet with the UV that can get wet with the DTF printer, which is crazy. What's the maintenance on the UV? All right, so great question. Great question. I'll point to the UV printer, and we'll probably walk over. The great thing right here is the UV printer. The ink in the UV printer lasts 20 times longer in the UV than it does in the direct-to-film printer, which is that printer over there. That printer right there consumes a lot of white ink, a lot of white ink in general. Whereas this right here doesn't consume nearly as much. Even though the colors is there, the varnish is there, it's just like, it takes forever for this ink to run out compared to that DTF. The DTF, I'll put it on a scale like this. Every other day, we're changing out a liter of white on the DTF. Every 2 to 3, maybe 4 days, we're changing like one of the colors out. So the cost for that is way more expensive because you're running through it Of course, we do thin passes with the ink, so we get the best quality transfer. It's breathable, it's not heavy, it's very, very light. But as far as the cost go and how much usage, direct to film printing uses a lot of ink compared to the UV. Um, that's a pro for the UV. Definitely a con for the DT for the regular DTF. Let me see. You have other questions? No, just Mary, print, and press. See, that's in comparison with the white toner printer to the DTF. That's awesome because there's no pre-treatment system. There's no none of that. And two, I can say that that's great about this because there's no pre-treat. There's no none of that. The only gripe I have about direct to film printing, one is how much ink you use. Two, the fumes, you cannot ingest the fumes, so you need to make sure your stuff is ventilated outside. You're not breathing it in. A lot of times we get complaints from the customers on the outside coming in because they see moisture on that front door. But that's because we have 6 humidifiers running, which they're currently off right now. Normally you would hear them in my videos. I normally leave them on. I didn't got used to it so much that it doesn't even bother me. But then when I'm editing videos, I'm like, why didn't I just turn off the humidifier so they can hear me better? Um, Being an on-the-fly tech with direct-to-film printing machines is another thing. So you come in, you have days where you don't have no issues whatsoever. The humidity is perfect. Things is just working like it's supposed to. A couple days later, you'll come in and the white's not coming in like it's supposed to. The colors may be a little bit of blotchy. You might see like some runs in the actual print, or what we call I'll call them staggered lines. Some people can tell, some folks can't tell. I'm always on it. Those lines that I'm talking about will be in straight, solid colors like this. Now, there's no lines in this because the humidity and everything was right like it was supposed to, so it printed right. However, I have had days where we could not get those lines out of anything that we was printing. It was due to the humidity. Um, I digress. Let me get back on track, y'all. I didn't went all the way left with it, but just trying to give you some, you know, pretty much some pros and cons, I guess. Richard again, be no maintenance on the white toner. So there's no maintenance for the white toner. Well, that's a plus. There is maintenance on both machines. I need to say this. We do usually a cleaning before. However, if those lines don't come back, we may do a strong cleaning, which is a stronger solution and a longer cleaning, a longer soak. And that's just to ensure that the colors come back. A lot of times the colors don't come back until we start printing something. That's a good way to know if your machine is completely messed up or if it just needed to run like maybe a picture real quick. So a lot of times, since our red is what gives us problem, we'll have a red image ready and we'll just run that as a print and watch the colors come back. I mean, real quick, simple fix. But then, like I said, being an on-the-fly tech, if those colors don't come back, it could be the dampers. It could be the print head. It could be that the humidity just didn't stay up high longer for long enough, if that makes sense. You got to be an on-the-fly tech with it. G thing, what's going on? Greatly appreciate you coming through and asking a question. Do you do stickers? I do stickers, but I do ultraviolet stickers, aka decals. And here's an example of those right there, full color. We usually make these for different substrates like glass, mugs, tumblers, 40-ounce tumblers, things of that nature. Or I'll make solid images for car decals or, you know, something you just might want to stick. The difference between this and a regular sticker is this is more costly. I'm going to tell you why it's more costly, because that varnish is put on top of it and it's supposed to be a long-lasting sticker, aka decal. That's meant for cars and all sorts of different weather. The only thing that we do say do not use these decals for is the dishwasher, but people are going to be people. You're going to try things out, you're going to test it, and you got to find out for yourself. Upon initially using these stickers for the first time, you cannot make any contact with this image and the stickiness behind here, because if you do, you ruin that sticker. If water gets behind the sticker when you're going to stick it on something, you've ruined that sticker. Dust gets on there, you've ruined the sticker. If you are able to avoid all of those and not have any issues when you go to put it to a car, to a glass, or to anything, it's there for life. You don't have to worry about it chipping, cracking, failing in the dishwasher, or anything. That's if you apply it right. If you apply it wrong, you'll know because you'll see cracks, you'll see it chipping off. You'll know the difference between it worked and it didn't work. Trust me. If you guys have more questions, please ask. I encourage you to ask. I wish I could take you off of here so I could take you in there to show you, but you guys are charging, so I'm going to give it probably like another 15-20 minutes to charge a little bit. Then I'll take this off. We'll get closer to the UV machine. I'll explain a little bit more how it works, some of the different things that's going on. I'll even take you over to see the inks, the films, the powder, the stuff that I use on a direct-to-film printer. Thank you for asking that question. Do you guys have any other questions? Go ahead and ask away as I stamp the back of this hoodie. Oh yeah, I need another Clee 23. I need something for the back. Bam. Cut back on. We ain't done. I might have been running my mouth, but we is not done. Extra large. Okay. Well, auntie, my bad. Just gonna hit the arms. Yes, I'm talking to myself, y'all. Just gonna run the arm. That's about it. Is everybody over here in the United States? I know I had somebody from Africa I was talking to. Then I had another person from Alaska that I was talking to. I am very curious to know about the weather across the world. How is y'all weather? What is it that you are working on? What profession are you in? Are you into the print industry? Or are you into another industry? Let's talk. Let's chat. Banding is that name. And I'm trying to look for an image because I really want to show you guys banding. I was talking to T-Shirt Man Los. Shout out to T-Shirt Man Los. Brother from another. And we're actually exchanging hoodies. Or not hoodies, T-shirts. Alright, let me try to get as close as I can. If you can see that image, in that image there's some banding. I don't think you guys are going to be able to pick it up. Something about these cameras. It doesn't really show. I guess if I was using that camera behind me, it would show. But if you guys can, there's banding in this image. And people won't tell you to look out for that. They'll just sell it to you. But that's an issue, y'all. And that's on like one of my videos I was talking about. Yeah, this looks great. I mean, to the normal consumer, to a normal person, you press it, they wouldn't even care. But it's your job as a direct-to-film printer to inform people and let them know, hey, look, man. Your colors is off. You see those little feather lines in there? There's an issue with, your print head or the humidity. That's some of the stuff that I was talking about on my one of my videos that I just dropped out recently. Best Uni, how are you doing? Haven't talked to you in forever. Hope all is well. How is the weather? What are you working on? What are you gritting on? Just talking about the differences in some direct-to-film printing, banding lines, just content all in general, and answering any questions that anybody may have for me. So please ask questions. And Best Uni is another one that's been there day one, y'all, on this interwebs with me. Great supporter, a heck of a person. She drops gems. She does a whole bunch of different videos, tutorials. So if you want to learn something and you have some questions, especially over that cricket, that's definitely the person. Rhinestones, that's definitely the person. Overall, just knowledge of the industry, that's definitely the person. So y'all please head on over to the Best Uni and subscribe, like, and comment. But I was talking about banding and DTF prints, and my cameras is not doing it any justice. So with that being said, when you guys are going to go get your direct to film prints, I know I say this a lot, and you probably hear 1,000 other people say this a lot, but I'm about to be very transparent. If that person that's selling the DTF transfers can't walk up to the camera and show you some of the issues you should be looking out for, then maybe you should be looking out for that person to begin with. Me, just like when I started with HTV, I'm exploring the ins and the outs. I want to know what's going to work, how it works, why it works that way, and what are some of the things I should look out. And then I try to inform my audience as best as possible, like top notch. Great, how are you? I'm just getting off. Okay, working. I'm silhouette now, okay. Best uni then moved on over to the silhouette. So I have been doing silhouette, but mainly the only thing I do really is cut out some words. Now I'm not doing as much as I used to on the silhouette because of that machine back there, just direct to film and being able to do the multicolors. But I did get a question on this live, if I even still use HTV. And of course, I would never abandon HTV. HTV was my gateway into the print industry. And I don't feel like I mastered it. I do feel like I'm great at it. So you'll see me doing a whole bunch of videos where I'm mixing HTV and DTF together to make a super one-of-a-kind custom. I don't have a machine. Oh, okay. Also, but you still using the program. So you still part of the family. It's okay, Best. You still part of Cameo Gang, all right? Even though this Cameo is loud to the mug. The new ones ain't. The ones that I have, they all loud. It all sound like the machine is on its last breath. Silhouette, if you see me or if you hear me, you feel my problems. I will return about 12 of these because I got all types of different sizes I could send back. No, I'm just playing. Aside from the loudness of the Silhouette, it's still a great cutting machine. It's just not as quiet as Cricut. And then Silhouette had the nerve to issue a quiet one this year, which I seen, and it's great and all that. But let's get back to these DTF prints. So I like to show and talk about this. So when I first started with HTV, I was trying to figure out the best, the cheapest. What can my budget allow? How can I do this with the impossible with this? And that's sort of the same thing I'm doing with direct to film. From the machine falling out to stuff you should be looking for, the cost of different parts, the powders that I'm using, the inks that I'm using. Why am I going with this ink over this ink? Why am I looking for double-sided hot peel formula instead of regular paper or regular transfer? I mean, the whole nine, any and everything you guys want to know. This man, Jeff B, just called me Mini Jason. No, sir. Jason is Jason, and I'm Mike T's, you know. Shout out to Jeff B, y'all. Make sure y'all also go follow Jeff B. Owns a shop here in Canton, Ohio, darting around. And he's been hanging and rocking in with us for a while now. But I say it in my actual bio. This is not just me coming on, just showing you the content. Look at what I can do. Wow. No, I want to inspire somebody else to pick up a Cameo, to pick up some prints, maybe get heat press. Maybe you ain't getting the money that you need to be getting. If you are able to afford yourself one of these machines, ain't got to be brand new neither. If you can get yourself one of these machines, some nice blanks, and be able to represent yourself or talk about yourself in such a high way that people will purchase off of you, you won't have to worry about money. It's a side stream. I'm not going to say it's a side hustle. It's a side stream. Y'all know multiple streams make people rich. That's what I've been preaching since I got on here. Not about just getting rich, but having multiple streams of income. So if one stream dries up, the other 4 or 5 streams can still be paying you. You're not suffering. You're not going without. And that's essentially what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the printing industry as a whole. Jeff B gonna say, Jeff B, you was retarded. You are goofy, man. Love software. Good night. All right. Yes. Well, Best Uni, I greatly appreciate you tapping in. And like I said, you guys make sure y'all please follow the Best Uni. I do got somebody else running my social media because I have a lot of social media. I got like, Jeff B, tell him. We got a lot of stuff going on over here. So there's going to be somebody else controlling my social media. I am still here. I'm still going to be answering questions. But as far as how it looks and what's coming out, someone else was going to be controlling it. You'll still see my face, and we greatly appreciate you guys. 58 watching, please hit that like. Yeah, y'all please hit that like button. Like, so YouTube know that we rocking with each other. I'm coming on here to drop free game always. Always, always, always. Any of the trips or the expos or anything you guys have been to, have you been to it? Let's talk about it. Yep, it's not. Yeah, it's definitely. So Jeff B came in a couple of times when we had cameras set up all over the place. Jeff, we got you on camera too, buddy. We might edit you into a video. I don't know what you're gonna be. We're gonna edit you into one of these videos though, for sure. But yeah, when there's ring lights and the whole nine, let me see if I can. Hopefully I don't lose y'all. If I do, it's not on purpose. I just took you off the charger. So I'm going to show y'all what's going on in here. For some of my newbies that was just in here, we have a ring light there. That's the one I just turned off. A ring light there. A few more. This is where I'm always pressing and talking from right here. This right here is where I'm shooting a documentary. If I'm going too fast, say, Mike, you're going too fast. Right here is the brains of the operation where we do a lot of the printing for the direct-to-film. For this machine right here, this Behemoth, the Gladiator, or MIDI V3, or whatever you guys want to call it. This thing right here, which is humongous and loud and messy. This is the dryer, the heater. This is the UV printer. Now it's all shut off. I guess I can turn it on for a second. I ain't turning on that machine over there. Ain't happening. But with this one right here, this is how we print all the UVs. This is definitely a great investment if you are looking to get in UVs to actually do cars, cups, things of that nature. Here's what I was trying to explain to y'all, the back. Now, with DTF over there, it's just a CMYK, but over here, there's KCMY, then light color, light cyan, and light magenta. Then you got your 3 varnishes, bam, bam, bam. These colors, this stuff lasts forever. It's like a teaspoon lasts forever. For real, with this machine. These are sensors to let us know when any of the inks are getting low. So you may hear a beeping or two every once in a while. Emergency stop button. This thing, my only gripe about this is you got to wait till it hits 5 before you can actually start printing. Or it could say 45 and then you can start printing. But you got to make sure that everything is heated up. The tension on the back of this is something crucial because it's double-sided. This is the plastic that's going on to cover up the new print. That's the plastic coming off. And that's the nightmare sometimes. If the tension on that or on that roll is off, good luck. You definitely about to have a nightmare. Let's turn this off. This thing is loud. Oh yeah, here's the computer, which has its own computer, its own brains. As you can see down there, just to run this. But I'm going to be editing on this pretty soon. All right. Now let's look at the back of this Gladiator. The same kind of setup. We got the emergency stop button. You still got the same control panels that you do on the UV. There's no extra set channel of colors on this one, all right? It's just the black, cyan, magenta, and the yellow, and then, of course, the high sensitive white everybody's always talking about. And, yes, they come with sensors all on the back of them, which it'll let you know if it's running out. Here's the ink overflow, and that's the waste ink down there. This whole process, in comparison to UV, this is a lot more sloppy, a lot more mess. And I know people are like, well, you can be a little bit cleaner with it. If something's going on, you ain't got time to be clean with it. You trying to figure out what's going on, unplug, fix everything, yada, yada, yada. Unlike with this, you don't have as much of an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's not too crucial, I guess. And for those that's never seen the front of the store, because I'm always in the back of the store or I'm always talking, this is the storefront. And got our UV wall. The numbering system needs a little bit of help. But, you know, we doing the best we's can do right now at this point in time. We got your blank glasses over here, of course, for the UVs. Out of season director films for $1 on the bottom shelf. Thinking about doing some mystery package. And when I get to my 5,000 subscriber, I'm definitely doing a DTF giveaway. I might do 22 by 140 inches. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, how I'm going to utilize it. But, guys, once I hit 5,000, we're definitely doing a giveaway of UV and of direct-to-film printing. I might give folks the option to select your own gang sheet, put your own images in, then we'll mail it to you. Happy pressing. Or vice versa with the UV. You do the same thing, we mail it to you. Aside from that, we carry everything that you need. It's a one-stop shop, from blanks to sublimation substrates to 40-ounce tumblers, glitter tumblers, decal, all of the above. All right. And this was, I think, one of the videos I just put on TikTok. This is utilizing DTF and some HTV. So, yeah, that's that. That's the shop. I'm rocking Big Brando Cano Creations. Shout out to Big Brando. I had a chance to visit him when I was in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Los Angeles native. The video, the documentary is coming out soon. Hopefully you guys like my new video format, my new content. I'm trying to bring something that's a little bit cleaner to you guys. And, you know, something you guys could be like, oh, okay, I see he's improving, he's growing. If this is your first time, please like, comment, and subscribe, share. I haven't went live in a while. I'm trying to do it every week. I will be going live from Philadelphia tomorrow. Philadelphia, Lord. That's coming up in a future episode. I will be going live from Pittsburgh tomorrow at some point in time. I do not know when, but it's going to be from print to shop, from shop to shop. I greatly appreciate you guys. If it's your day to relax, relax in a major way. Get your feet rubbed, talk to your kids, chill with your kids, maybe watch a movie. But if it's your day to work, let's grit. Catch y'all on the next one.